4 goals, 1 game, on the biggest stage in the world. Folks, the United States men's national team just sent a message. Let's break it all down.
Two years ago, the U.S. men's national team reached a breaking point. After being eliminated from the Copa America on home soil, the players left the pitch to a chorus of boos from their own fans. That failure cast a long shadow over the 2026 World Cup. For a fan base that had waited decades for a home tournament, the prospect of the team underperforming on the world's biggest stage felt like a looming disaster. The arrival of Mauricio Pochettino changed the tactical floor of the squad. With key defenders like Chris Richards returning from injury, Pochettino shifted the team into an aggressive, high-pressing system designed to keep opponents pinned in their own half. On June 12, 2026, that system faced its first real test. Over 70,000 fans filled SoFi Stadium, waiting to see if this new approach would actually hold up under World Cup pressure. The match would determine if the U.S. was prepared to dictate the terms of a game, or if they would revert to the passive play that had plagued them for years. The breakthrough came in the 7th minute. American attacking pressure forced Paraguay into a panicked own goal, giving the U.S. an immediate lead. This start was a departure from the historical American tendency to play a cautious, reactive 45 minutes. To put that early goal in perspective, the 2022 squad only managed to score 3 times across 4 entire World Cup matches. They struggled to find the back of the net throughout the entire tournament. Folarin Balogun provided the clinical finishing that the 2022 roster lacked. His ability to find space in the box gave the U.S. a focal point for their attack that had been missing for years. By maintaining that intensity for the full 90 minutes, the U.S. demonstrated they were no longer content to sit back. They were actively dictating the rhythm of the game. Balogun dominated the first half, scoring 2 clinical goals that effectively ended the contest before the halftime whistle. That performance carried massive historical weight. Balogun became the first American player to score a brace in a World Cup match since the very first tournament in 1930. It took 96 years for an American striker to repeat that feat. Balogun ended nearly a century of offensive frustration in a single half of soccer. Gio Reyna added a final strike in the dying moments of the match, curling the ball with the outside of his boot to secure the 4-1 victory. That sequence of goals suggests that the tactical identity Pochettino spent 2 years building has finally translated into goals on the pitch. The 4-1 scoreline is a significant result, but the specific way the U.S. controlled the ball reveals a deeper trend in their performance. This chart compares the match metrics, showing the U.S. held 65% of the possession and outshot Paraguay 16-9. The most telling metric is found right here. The U.S. generated 54 touches inside the Paraguay penalty area. This level of box dominance is rare. In fact, the only team in modern World Cup history to record more touches in the penalty area during an opening match was the 2010 squad, the team that went on to win the trophy. This diagram outlines the profile of teams dominating their openers in possession and penalty area touches. Since 1998, 11 teams matched the U.S. performance. Every single one advanced to the knockout rounds. Historically, half reached the semifinals or better. For the upcoming match against Australia in Seattle, the challenge for the U.S. is to prove this level of control can be maintained as the quality of the opposition increases. With a 96-year-old scoring record broken and a statistical profile shared by past finalists, the U.S. has moved beyond the role of a standard host. They have established a clear blueprint for how they intend to navigate the rest of the tournament.
If you want to see more content like this, make sure to follow for more.